In this video, I will demonstrate getting started using the WebTess Grades component. There is a separate video demonstrating how teachers can use WebTess to enter marks by class. Be sure to watch that video too. We'll begin by going to Grades, Setup, and then Report Periods. The report periods are the marking periods through the school year when end of term, interim, and final marks are collected. You can have up to 20 report periods. You should set up a report period for each of your terms or semesters, as well as report periods for interim marks, exams, and final marks. For each report period, enter in the name, and then check the Used box to enable the report period. You can uncheck the box to disable the report period if you wish. If you want the marks for a report period to also appear on the student transcript, you should check the transcript box. For schools in BC reporting tracks data to the Ministry of Education, you can indicate the report periods used for interim, school, exam, and final marks, as well as the month completed. You can set the start and end dates for each report period, but this is optional. These dates are used by the program to calculate attendance for each report period, as well as restrict when teachers can enter marks. Then you can check the boxes to indicate which columns are used for each report period. So you can disable or enable the columns for mark, work habits, attendance, and comments. Click Save when you are finished. You can use the renumber function if you want to rearrange your report periods. To remove a report period, use the arrow buttons to move the report period up or down, and click Save when you're done. Next, we will go to Grades, Setup, Letter Grades. Here we set up the mark codes, the work codes, attendance codes, and assessment codes. For the mark codes, you can put in the column title, which is usually just an abbreviation of the word mark. For the mark codes, enter the letter grade and equivalent percentage range, then enter the grade point equivalent. If you have advanced placement courses, you can also enter a separate grade point equivalent if you wish. The factor indicates the percentage of the credit which is applied to each letter grade. Most grades get 100% of the credit for the course. Failing grades usually get 0 credits. Some schools allow partial credits for some letter grades. You can also enter an optional description for the letter grade. Under the work codes, you can enter additional codes which are used for work habits or behavior within a class. Just enter a code and put in a description. Under attendance codes, you can also set up additional codes which can be used for entering attendance or making comments or marks about attendance. But you can also use this column for any other purpose, so you can change the column title for this column if you wish. For schools using course assessments, you can enter detailed assessment codes along with their percentage equivalent, grade point equivalent, and a description, and then click Save when you're done. Next, we will go to Grades, Setup, and Comments. These are the school-defined comments which teachers can select from when they are entering marks and comments for each term. The comment number is a 4-digit code which consists of either letters or numbers or both. Comments can be up to 1,000 letters. You can also use special keywords within a comment which are replaced with the student information when printed on the report card. Here's an example. In this example, the keyword first name will be replaced by the student's first name when the report card is printed. Once you have set up the report periods, letter grades, and comments, you will be able to enter marks for students. There is a separate video demonstrating how teachers can use WebTest to enter marks by class. Be sure to watch that video too. For the office, you can go to Grades and enter data by student, and then bring up the student by typing in their number or any part of their name. And then you can enter marks directly into each of their classes. Or you can go to Grades and enter data by class, select a teacher, and then select a class from the list, and then enter marks directly into the class if you wish.